So here's the million-dollar question. Can you short-term rent your property in Crested Butte? Oh boy, is it complicated. Let's just start with downtown Crested Butte. So last year, there was a moratorium on short-term rentals in Crested Butte, meaning they were not allowing any new licenses to be given to homeowners. During that time period, they have come up with a new plan moving forward with short-term rentals. Starting this year, there is no longer a moratorium, but there are a lot more requirements. So let's start with the type of licenses available. There is an unlimited license, and then there is a primary residence license. So let's start with the unlimited license. There are 198 available licenses in the town of Crested Butte for the unlimited status, meaning you can rent your house for as many nights as you want throughout the year. However, the new rules that are in place on the unlimited license is very complicated. So let's start with the location of the licenses. One of the new rules that has been put in place is that they're only allowing 2 licensed rental properties per block face. So the confusion is on what is the block face. So if you picture a city block in the town of Crested Butte, we have 4 sides divided by an alley. So each half of the alley is the block face. So 2 on the north side, 2 on the south side for all 4 sides of the block. It's super complicated. However, the town did come up with a map that helps explain where short-term rental licenses are available and currently located. Right now, there are a lot more than 2 rentals per block face. So basically, if you purchase a property and there is a license available, but there are already 2 or more licenses on your block, you cannot short-term rent your property. So the other caveat in the new rules that they've made is that you used to be able to buy a property and then they would give you a license after closing. Now they are only accepting applications for licenses in October. And at that time you're put into a lottery. And if there are any of the 198 licenses available, that lottery goes to that number of licenses. However, if you purchased a property that is on a block face with 2 or more short-term rentals, you are taken out of the lottery. If there are only 1 or 0 short-term rental licenses on your block, you are kept in the lottery. But even if you're in the lottery, you're still restricted to the number of licenses available of that 198. So chances are still slim that you'll get a rental license. The town is also drawing the lottery in December, towards the end of the month. So you will not know until December whether or not you're able to rent your property. If you are, and you are the lucky winner, the chosen golden ticket, you can start renting your property on January 1st. So let's say you purchase a property on January 15th, 2024. You are not going to be able to get a short-term rental license if licenses are available until January 2025. So that just about covers the unlimited vacation rental license. Now let's talk about the primary vacation rental license. If you are a full-time resident in downtown Crested Butte and you live in your property, you are allowed to have a primary occupancy vacation rental license, which means you can rent your primary residence for a maximum of 90 days a year. So the differences on the primary vacation rental versus the unlimited vacation rental is that there are no limits to the number of licenses available. They are exempt from the 2 per block face rule. And one thing I like about this new rule on the primary vacation rental license is that if you are a second homeowner, but you use your property more than 6 months a year, and it doesn't have to be consecutive months, you can apply for a primary vacation rental license. In addition to this, there is no lottery and you can apply at any time and get a license. Okay, so the last piece of this is these 2 license types are for rentals for 30 days or less. Now, if you are willing to rent your property for 30 days or more, say a month at a time in the peak seasons, you don't have to have a license. You also don't have to pay the 7.5% vacation rental excise tax. So there's actually a lot of opportunity for you to rent no matter what if you're willing to rent it for 30 days or more. So that covers downtown Crested Butte. Mount Crested Butte is still the same. They haven't changed their policies. You are just required to get a license, pay the annual fees, and have the property inspected in order to get your rental license approved. CB South has made a couple new rules. They are now requiring you to get a license and pay a $400 annual fee, but there are no restrictions on the number of nights you rent or the number of licenses available. Outside of these 3 areas, it is all up to the HOA that's governing the property. If you have questions about short-term rentals in Crested Butte, give me a call today.